Chapter 6, Season 3 live event is getting very close. Night Rose's prediction has been confirmed. Daigo has fallen into the thrall, meaning he has been possessed by this puppeteer demon, corrupting him to a point where he is completely different, to a point where he doesn't look like himself anymore. Now, the puppeteer demon is actually controlled by this evil presence that is inside of the spirit realm. When asked about the evil presence, Jade mentions it knew me, my family, and it wants us, all of us, but especially Daigo. Why does this evil presence want Jade's family so much? To understand this, we're gonna have to go to Mask Meadows, visits Daigo's family shop. In this video, I'm gonna explain to you exactly what is happening in this trailer and also what's gonna happen in the live event we are going to get very soon. So please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM if you want to help me out. A huge live event is scheduled to take place very soon, and it looks like Daigo is prepared for this huge live event because he has been corrupted by the evil presence. The corruption took place way before Daigo entered the spirit portal. See, this is exactly what happened to Daigo's family, and they started to play around with dark magic. Slowly but surely, this magic corrupts you to a point you are not yourself anymore. You're just like a puppet. And we have seen this kind of corruption before in Fortnite. When this mysterious cube arrived on the Fortnite island, its power was so deep that it was attracting people. People that managed to resist its power were safe, but some people who could not resist were corrupted by this dark energy. That is the reason why we got skins like a Dark Bomber, we've got Dark Jonesy as well. This loading screen explains to you exactly what I'm trying to say. You can see Bright Bomber interacting with this mysterious cube, and you can see in the reflection it is a Dark Bomber. It's basically a corrupted version. It is not just humans that can get corrupted, it could happen to animals. Even locations has been corrupted as well. As we saw in Chapter 2, Season 8, almost the entirety of Chapter 2 Island was corrupted to a point where we had to abandon it. Even though the corruption is being caused by different creatures like Kevin the Cube in Chapter 1, and then the Cube Queen in Chapter 2, Herald in Chapter 3, it feels like every time there is this corruption happening, you start to see this purple smoke. Almost feels like the source of this dark energy is coming from the same place. Is it the nothing, the lost reality? Who is this evil presence inside of the spirit realm? And who is he working for? We don't know who he is working for, but I think we know who this creature actually is. If you went to Mask Meadows after Daigo successfully fixed this mask, by the way, this mask is very important to Daigo, and it will play a huge part in this live event because it is the only way you can step inside of the spirit realm if you're a human. If you went to Mask Meadows, the very first thing you would notice is the same purple smoke surrounding the shop. This purple smoke was coming from beneath the shop. Daigo has set up a secret factory where he was creating these magical masks. Would also see a bunch of these crates of gold with Alpha logo on them. Ledger Kane has been given Daigo gold in return for these magical masks. But as soon as you enter Daigo's factory, it wasn't the gold or the machine that would grab your attention. It was this sinister presence. This evil energy was coming from this mysterious mask. Its eyes were glowing bright purple. Just like the cube attracted people, this mask was doing the same thing. Could not resist the power. It almost felt like someone was calling your name. Then you'd realize that the mask was not whispering your name. It was whispering the name of its master. Listen to this. That's right, it looks like its master's name is Asmodeus. If you guys don't know, Asmodeus is the king of all demons. Just like Hades, it has been ruling the underworld for a very long time. It doesn't like to come to the human world, but every time it does, it brings chaos and destruction. Why does Asmodeus want to come to the Fortnite world? See, the answer to that question arrived from the sky at the beginning of chapter 6. Yes, the 0-point shard. See, Asmodeus has one dream: to be more powerful than Hades. Yes, he might be the king of all demons. Hades is the king of the whole underworld. And he has always been looking for the source of energy that can make him more powerful than Hades. And ever since the 0-point shard crash landed on this island, which awoke a sleeping magic power throughout the map, and the magic has been asleep for thousands of years, and many have tried to reawoke this magic, but they have been unsuccessful. But this piece of rock did it in just a few seconds. Obviously, this is a very powerful object, and later he finds out that this is just a piece of this giant 0-point. Asmodeus believes that this is the way he can be more powerful than Hades. But we don't know if this demon king has a shape or a form. Maybe he's just a presence, just like a spirit, for example. I mean, Jade was inside the spirit realm, and she said that she did not see this creature, but she felt its presence. If that is true, then that explains to us that why this demon king has been after Daigo. If you look at Daigo, he has an obsessive personality. Ever since he learned about the truth of his ancestors and the dark magic that they played around with, he has been obsessed and has been wanting to be as powerful as they were. When magic arrived on this island, Daigo did not waste any more time. He was on this dark magic, making masks, selling them to evil people like Fletcher Kane. And this demon king sensed his obsession, and he was an obvious candidate to corrupt, make him his slave. I think the corruption took place when Daigo was connected to the spirit realm when he was trying to save Jade. Daigo kept mentioning that the energy inside of the spirit realm was extremely powerful. He felt the evil presence as well. He wasn't fully corrupted at the time because he obviously saves Jade and defeats Shogun X. That was the beginning of the corruption. At the time, his mission was to enter the spirit realm and defeat the evil presence. He was obsessed with fixing that mask. He teams up with Fletcher Kane, who supplies him with gold, which is needed to fix the mask. The process of fixing this mask, which requires a lot of dark energy and black magic, was slowly corrupting Daigo. I think when the mask was completed, he was completely gone. He was lying to Fletcher Kane, telling him he's doing it for the 0-point. But his siblings and Night Rose could see through him, could tell his intention was not good. Because if you brought these three to the location where he has set up the portal, Jade would say, "Brother, no." No would say, "How could you do this, brother?" Night Rose, who has experienced being corrupted before, says he has fallen to the thrall. In other words, he's being controlled by someone else. When the portal is ready, there is going to be a huge explosion, creating a permanent portal in the sky. Daigo enters the spirit realm. This would be the very last time his friends and foes would see him looking normal. But Daigo is about to change, because the demon king is going to corrupt him to a point where there is no return. He's now nothing but a slave for the demon king, Asmodeus. Also, it looks like the demon has not wasted more time. He has corrupted him and is already on this island looking for more 0-point pieces. Because as seen in this trailer, you can see these two thinking the Daigo is gone, trying to loot this shop. Not only they get a glimpse of what has happened to Daigo when Big Deal picked up his mask, gets a glimpse of what happened to him from inside of the spirit realm, being completely possessed and corrupted. Then we find out that Daigo is here on this island. He looks very different. To find out everything in this live event, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and comment down below. I use your code SMJM if you want to win next season's Battle Pass.